Okay, so I went ahead and I loosened this up. This is actually the first time I've opened this, so I don't know how exciting or interesting it's going to be inside. This is actually one of the reasons I got into electronics starting out as a kid. Is I was given a screwdriver and a bunch of old electronics by my dad, and I pulled it all apart, and that was like the most fun thing I could do. I didn't understand what any of that was, but now that I've spent a little more time in the field, I kind of have a better understanding. Some of these screws are really struggling to get open here. There we go. This is what we got inside. Okay, so kind of hunting around, poking at this. We see kind of an assortment of things going on here. This is the back side of our speaker, our alarm buzzer. Okay, we can see it's got two wires powering it. We've got the mechanical structure that's in place. We have this ribbon cable here that's been protected from damage by this material. This looks like it's original. It doesn't look like someone else has pulled this apart and manipulated it in some way. So that's good. We see we got our power coming in here. Oops, we got our power coming in here at the bottom. Jack is running through this and it's going to a connector. It's always good practice to try to use connectors on a board whenever possible, especially if you're going to make a lot of them, because they're easier to change out and repair rather than having to solder and unsolder in a system. Realistically, on a kid's toy like this, it probably was overkill to add these connectors, but it is a good design to do it from an engineering point of view. Let's see, look up here at this thing. So it looks like I can pull this piece away, and I can get the head itself. So it looks like we just have some little LEDs inside of here, which is about what I would expect. Oh, look, and there's the wheel. We can rotate the different images. You can see it rotating there in the field. Oh boy, that's really rough. Okay, like that. And it looks like the light source is just a simple LED. So one of the things that I'm probably going to do, oh, and they've hot glued it. Ah, hot glue, the magic tool for making electronics stay in place. It is used a lot. It is quick, it's cheap, and it does the job. The only thing that I absolutely hate about hot glue is that if someone in the future wants to work on it or modify it or improve it, that hot glue can really limit your ability to do things. Anyways, so you saw how dim those things were before. I'm actually going to go out of my way. Yeah, there we go. I'm being gentle. I'm trying not to rip the wires. But essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to upgrade this, because I've got a white LED that has a lot of light. Yeah, that's what I'm working on. Make sure I wasn't cutting that wrong one apart. And I am going to upgrade this white LED to something that's got so many lumens that it can blind a person if it looks straight into it. And that should hopefully let us see our little images not only at night but during the rest of the day. So that's the LED right there. So that'll be one of my things to explore. All right, what else do we need to work on? Well, I said I want to work on the LCD. So the LCD is on the other side of this board right here. So let's go ahead and gently remove this. I'm not really sure the purpose of this piece of material here. Ah, there we go. Probably to protect this backplate from touching something or just being protected from exposure. Based on what I'm seeing here, I will almost bet you that this module is aligned right, but I bet it's a controller on another board. So this is something that's called system on package, SOP sometimes, where there's a little circuit board here with circuitry on it, and then the bigger circuit board just has a spot for that to connect. So the idea is that you could build a lot of these that are the same and just change this, and the majority of the design work is done right here. And so that's part of what's could be part of what's going on there. We also have some other little interesting things, like here's a spot for an LED. And it's actually not populated. There's nothing in it. So based on where that is, well, there might be something in it. There's a little bit there, but it's not soldered well if there is. So that might be the backlight LED. Anyways, so that's what my guess of what this module is. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take a few seconds and I'm going to unscrew all these little screws here so that board is loose, and then we'll pop over to the next video.